So William Christopher Sweeney. That'd be dabble for some of you people who don't know. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to begin with this. I don't know where to begin with this. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I can't figure it out for the life of me what's happening in Clemson right now. So all throughout training camp and preseason, I'm just assuming. I'm just assuming. I watch a lot of football. I just assumed Kelly Bryant was the starting quarterback. I just knew this. You go 12-2, you win every game. You basically start except one that you didn't finish. And I'm like, Kelly Bryant's gonna be the starting quarterback. This is a wrap. So then they go and play Furman. You're like, okay, you want to put the freshman in a little bit, get his feet wet. I understand, I get it. So then you travel out to Kyle Field, College Station, Texas, big time matchup against an SEC opponent. Kelly plays well early, and then the strangest thing happened. To begin the second half, they send out Trevor Lawrence for the first two possessions of the second half. When have you ever seen a starting quarterback not start after the half? When have you ever seen that in your life?
Never.
Oh, okay, you got me, Dabo. You got me. Then Trevor went out and stunk the first two series, and he's gonna be great. Kelly comes in, unrattled, does his thing, drops some dimes, makes some plays with his legs. Clemson escapes with a victory. Dominates. Everybody in the world says, hey, Clemson would have not won that game without Kelly Bryant. Kelly Bryant won the football game. I would say, yeah, we all agree. Kelly, yes. So they interviewed Dabo Swinney right after the game, around the field. Asked about the quarterback. I think both played well. Huh? So, what? And then goes on to say, we'll continue to play them both. Huh? I thought that I saw the end of this madness put to bed in that game. I thought that's what's going to be the end of it. But apparently not. This thing is going to drag out on and on and on. And I just got a problem with Dabo because we'll call it this. I think it's a political thing. I think I know why he's doing what he's doing. First of all, he told me a long time ago throughout his tenure at Clemson that he didn't care what fans thought. He was going to play the best guy. But to me, this looks like a man who's trying to please his fan base, political, and trying to keep Trevor Lawrence happy. This is what this seemed like to me. And I just cannot believe how they have treated Kelly Bryant at the quarterback of this team. I can't believe it. And I'm so pissed off. And William Christopher, he's got me heated, man. He's got me heated to the point where he has made this show in this first segment on Thursday, which means you already know what has happened. He's clearly Sentell's sucker of the week. Thoughts on Dabo Swinney and this whole... I'm sick of talking about it, but I have to keep bringing it up.
Biggest thing is, I don't even want to talk about Dabo. I don't even want to talk. I want to talk about purity. Just the way that goes about business. All this buffoonery that's going on.
Buffoonery.
And I just love the way that he is self-focused. Going out there, he can't pass. Dimes like pass, touchdown pass. Who biggest thing they always say, Trevor played with the backups.
Mm-hmm.
12 yards out, 50 yards out. That was a right one.
Yes, sir.
We couldn't do nothing but catch the ball. And so that's what I'm saying. We all know what's going on. I work with a lot of Clemson, with a lot of guys that that's IPTE members and stuff. Tailgates down. It's about a 75, 25. He's somebody to throw the ball downfield. Have to come out and throw the ball that much. Gonna find himself in trouble. Put their secondary out there. Oh, they got a great front line, but their back end of Clemson is horrible. And this guy from Texas A&M,
Kelly Murray.
Yeah, so great. He's gonna be good at quarterback, and he was torching him and secondary because they got to run the football. I really think they run the football a little bit more. EP11 was have a great year. Most of these defenses are decent.
I like that whole receiving, core, Amari Rogers, and then you got the most dependable Hunter Renfro out there. But this thing has just, and I listen to a lot of local radio. Obviously, I'm from this area, and it's just ad nauseum, and I can't imagine a quarterback being 12-2, play that well. And be having to rotate with a quarterback. I just can't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Clemson fans are, they've been recruiting well. They've been playing well. They have been the toast of the ACC. And I think right now they're just getting full of themselves.
Oh, they are full of themselves.
And they forget that Cali, from a standpoint, from a football player, and
has represented the university well.
Real well. Yeah, Down Falls real well. Yeah, represented Denver and Cali real well. So, and that just shows how this calm and cool and collected. Because a lot of people couldn't do that.
Absolutely, because I
could not do that. So I want to send him out kudos. But yeah, Dabo is the sucker.
Because you look at the situation that's going on in Alabama, it's something similar to it's something similar to what happened to Kelly, but he's handled it so well, unlike with Jalen Hurts, but I can see Jalen Hurts being angry, but Kelly has every right to be angry right now. But he has not showed it at all. I mean, to not start the second half of 2 series of a game, then for somebody to come ask you, "Oh, come on in now and save us." Yeah. I mean, basically, come on in and save us now. So I mean, Dabo,
SEC team that's always out.
I mean, they showed a lot. Now I don't know what's going. Their schedule is brutal. Yeah. They have a brutal schedule. I don't know how it's going to bode well for them going forward. But I thought Jim, like we talked about yesterday, I thought Jimbo did a great job. But I'm just so sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired of this because all I hear is, "Oh, well, we got to play the 5-star quarterback. We got to play the 5-star quarterback. He's so talented, so talented." Clemson has 2 5-star DNs, but you never hear people saying, "We got to play Darius Thomas. We got to play KJ Hill. We got to beat Colin Farrell. We got to beat Austin Bryant. We got to play these guys got to start." So again, I asked you, what is the real reason behind this? Again, I think it's politics. I think Dabo was playing to his fan base, gonna get him in trouble at the end of the day. So let's move on from Dabo being the sucker of the week because he earned it. Not a big weekend in college football. Not a ton of great games. Got Alabama at Ole Miss and LSU at Auburn, Boise State at Oklahoma State, Ohio State, and TCU playing Dallas, but that's basically home game for Dallas. And then you got the local teams. Carolina game is obviously being canceled against Marshall. Clemson plays Georgia Southern. I think they moved it to a noon kick, and Georgia plays Middle Tennessee, so they should be easy wins for those guys. But I guess we'll start. At LSU and Auburn. Interesting matchup. A little side note here: LSU has won 7 out of the last 10 against Auburn. That's probably one of those stats that nobody probably knows. This is a tough, heated rivalry, obviously. But 7 out of 10, I mean, that's a lot. Auburn had, they got Jared Stidham and got some good key guys. They beat Washington early in the season, so a huge win coming off that. LSU has looked a whole lot better the last 2 weeks with Joe Burrow at quarterback. So, what are you expecting out of LSU and Auburn this weekend down in the Plains?
It's gonna be a great defensive game. Few defenses. Auburn has pulling a little bit for Auburn in this game because Jared's playing that position. Really think that Auburn coming off of last year still looking pretty decent. That's what I'm thinking. But it's gonna be a low scoring game. I think it'll be a very defensive game. I'm looking at 17, 13, something like that.
I don't know about that low scoring, but that's typically what lately it's been kind of close. Last year LSU come back, win the game 27-23 in comeback fashion. Auburn was led most of the game all the way through the fourth quarter. I'm with you. It's gonna be a low scoring game. I don't think that low. That's almost like 1970 low scoring. 17-13. You say so?
You got you got to look at it too. Offensive.
Well, LSU offense can be very anemic at times.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna in their quarterback. Yeah, it's been average. Burrow's been average. Looking at not a lot of passes. From LSU standpoint, try to control the clock.
Yeah. I'm leaning toward Auburn as well. This is crazy. They actually Auburn is giving LSU 10 points. That is a lot of points. Vegas, those guys know stuff.
They know it.
So I don't always agree, but those fellas know something down in Vegas. But that's a 10-point spread. That is crazy. I would go to Auburn and take the points if I was a betting man. So I have Auburn winning down in the Plains. A very close game. At 3:30, also it would be Boise State traveling to Oklahoma State. Brett Rippon of the Boise State Broncos has been sensational so far. 7 TDs, no picks. 73% completion ratio. He's really, really good. He was really good last year.
At that NFL football pedigree. His dad.
Yeah.
Around football for a while.
Yes, he was. And if you don't know, we're talking about Mark Rippon, Super Bowl champ for the Washington Redskins. They traveled to Oklahoma State, who's replacing my man Mason Rudolph, but they still had Justice Hill, Mike Gundy. So interesting matchup down in Stillwater, Boise State, Oklahoma State. How you see this going?
Boise State has the opportunity to make a stand here. I was talking earlier, when can they get into the playoffs? Got this Power 5 team on. They can beat Oklahoma State, which I do have them beating Oklahoma State game. Mark Rippon, not Mark Rippon, son is averaging 11.91 pass, but they are really running game is playing real. I mean, always have a lot of looking at them to take this step, make their voice a little bit louder, and see can they break the trend. Like UCF, went under, but they didn't really have a Power 5 team on.
Huge game for Boise State.
So this is a huge game for Boise State. I think they take advantage of it.
I like Boise State as well. I when in doubt, I always go with the quarterback.
Yeah,
so I go with Brett Rippon. Oklahoma State's defense hasn't stopped nobody in 10 years. So I'm going Brett Rippon. I'm going with the Boise State Broncos to pull a win down in Stillwater. That's who I got. Boise getting 2 points, so I'm taking them outright to win the game. So do what you with that information you will. Also, interesting game out of the SEC matchup. I mean, not getting a lot of headlines, but anytime Alabama plays, it should be a headline. The number 1 team in the country travels to Ole Miss, and I told you people about Jordan Tammany at the beginning of the season. He's been outstanding. 7 TDs, 784 yards, no picks, 69% completion ratio. You know about AJ Brown. He's a stud, but he got some other receivers as well. But the question is, will they be able to stop Alabama? I mean, I don't see that. I don't see can they stop. I can't see them stopping Alabama.
No, but Alabama is looking at the quarterback change. I think a lot of people like, hey,
this is working.
You can see that quarterback change for the ball. He can run the football also. So and that's one thing. Also, now that's a difference. Had Clemson, that guy come take control of that offense, and then Jalen Hurts will come in and play once in a while. And I think that they will continue to do that, under the reps, coming out in the second half. I go with that great young quarterback. Offensive line, they're explosive.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, Ole Miss got a lot of weapons, and I do think early on maybe they can hit Bama early and get a couple early touchdowns. But as the game wears on, too much depth, too much talent, it just wear you down. I can't see Ole Miss from a defensive standpoint. They don't have enough defensively, but offensively they got some kids, but it won't be this week. Point spread. Oh, I didn't see it. I forgot to put it down. I'm pretty sure it's a big point spread. I'm pretty sure it's like 20 points. I would say I'm not gonna take the points. I'm not. I won't touch the game. I just won, but Alabama gonna win comfortably. They'll win by at least 14, 2 touchdowns. So then we come to the biggest game of the weekend. Obviously, Ohio State taking on TCU. Uh, Anytime you can get the Big 12 and a Big 10, anytime you get a Power 5 matchup of two top 15 ranked teams is always a huge deal. Ohio State, no Urban Meyer, of course. I think it's his last game of his suspension, if I'm not mistaken. But Dwayne Haskins had just stepped in for JT Barrett and has not missed a beat. I mean, he has 9 TDs in 2 games. No picks, 79% completion ratio, and that's probably like a half he probably has a full game of work, 9 TDs, because I'm pretty sure he's been out early, especially the first game. He scored 77 points. So, but TCU, Gary Patterson is a defensive coach. You expect him to have a defensive game plan. You got a pretty good quarterback, Sean Robinson, a pretty good quarterback, dual threat, do some things with his legs and his arms.
It's been a headache so far for those defensive coordinator. Like you said, that 4-2-5 defense, TCU run. I think it's going to give Ohio State some problems. It's going to be a close game, a very close game. I think it has a pretty good defensive players. It's going to be very interesting with the coaching game. Everybody's circle when they say
Urban Meyer's going to be out.
Meyer's going to be out. Will this affect them? But Ohio State still have some good coaches. They still have Greg
Schiano.
So they got some experience at coaching level, but with Urban,
I think he will be, but I just think the talent gap, man. Ohio State in this again. I said this about Georgia yesterday. It's like a few teams that just so far better than everybody else because talent gap. Like Ohio State is one of those teams, and I mean, you look at these guys putting up 77 points against an FBS opponent. I mean, they did that rather quickly. Like it was quick, and they dominated Rutgers last week. I mean, I know it's Rutgers, but those are 2 FBS opponents. They just blew out of the water. It's gonna be a lot tougher this week. I think the game is kind of close. They're giving TCU 12.5 points. I would probably take the points, but I'm definitely going Ohio State until I'm proven Ohio. Yeah,
I'm possibly looking at an upset. I really am. I think TCU gonna come in. Write it down.
Yeah, you know.
You
know, I got it.
Give me a call. I'm looking at upset.
Wow.
TCU basically a lot of people don't think it's neutral site, but I think TCU gonna be at home, and I think they're gonna be. I think Ohio State, culture wise,
just the game.
Offensive side of the ball. Trouble.
Okay.
You heard it first.
TCU typically normally has a great defense. They haven't had a great defense in a while, and Gary Patterson makes his hay on defense. If I thought they had some guys that could kind of defensively, because they already win this game with low scoring. Because if they try to get in a shootout, it's going to get ugly. So I just think Ohio State just has too much talent. TCU. They'll fight coaching wise. Gary Patterson can come up with something to keep them in the game, but I just can't see them beating Ohio State.
And I see Sean Robinson giving them
fits.
He's 450 something, 7 touchdowns. Only 1 interception.
Dual threat.
Very good dual threat quarterback. So,
hey, that is. Heard it first. I mean, we could go some different ways. I mean, I know you had thoughts on Vanderbilt, Notre Dame. I mean, the smart battle, smart kids battle.
Yeah, smart kids battle. I think Vanderbilt has an opportunity. And go up game, but I think Notre Dame eventually get it. But I think they have an opportunity. Notre Dame didn't look too great last week. Ball State.
They played Ball State, I
Ball
believe
State,
it
yeah,
was.
Ball State. And so I just want, and they beat Michigan the first game. So Vanderbilt was playing pretty good. You know, they're playing pretty solid. So I don't think they'll beat it, but I think they'll be
Yeah,
still SEC.
yeah, Vanderbilt. I love Derek. Everybody know I love Derek Mason. I root for that guy hard, so I'm rooting for them. I just don't know, man. Again, it's one of those talent gap things. I think Notre Dame got a little bit more talent than Vanderbilt, but I'll be rooting for Vanderbilt. But I would definitely pick Notre Dame. One more game, kind of interesting to note. Florida State at Syracuse.
Yes.
And I'll mention it because it's worth mentioning that it's two black FBS coaches, head coaches going at it. But are you surprised at how bad Florida State has looked so far this year?
Oh yes, like have that much of talent left out of Florida State? You know, so that's my first question. Have that much of talent left out of Florida State? You know, for them to be that bad. And Syracuse has an opportunity. You know, kind of rolling. You know, last year they knocked off Clemson. So in noise in it, especially with the way that Florida State.
I would agree with that.
Horrible.
I would agree with that. I mean, I think Syracuse +3. You know, Dungy's really good quarterback. I like Dino Babers a lot at coach. Just don't know, man. You know, we're not picking this game, but I just trying to talk about Florida State and just try to figure out what the hell is actually going on right now.
You know, they're playing horrible, but they did pull off their win.
Not Stanford. Not Stanford. Sanford. Not Stanford. Sanford
and Son.
Oh, there you go. That's if you want to talk some college football, obviously phone lines are open 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943. If you want to comment on some college football, we're gonna move more toward the NFL. But if you want to talk college football or NFL, you know, call in or comment. I can see your comments right here. So let's move along. Transition to the NFL, which is, you know, they provided you some entertainment last weekend.
Lots of entertainment.
A lot of star power. We got a game tonight. Got Ravens at Bengals. Both teams are 1-0 coming off good wins. Bengals beat the Colts. Ravens just beat down the Bills, but that says more about the Buffalo Bills than it does the Ravens. I tend to favor home teams in these games, but what are you looking for tonight? Ravens and Bengals. Just a quick thought on.
The key is going to be Joe Flacco really got it back together. So, and, you know, Cincinnati, they kind of got off slow with the coach. You know, Andrew Luck came out, played very well. Actually, they didn't turn around late to pull that game out. So this is right. He's going to be very interesting. And so, like I say, most of the time, home field advantage here. But see what Baltimore. You know, like I said, they was playing Buffalo, and I think Cincinnati played, you know, the Colts too. So I just wipe out game one and say this is game one for them. But it is a big step for one of these teams.
Pick the game
to go AFC North. I'm gonna go with the Bengals though. I don't think I'm gonna go with the Bengals just because they're at home.
I'm gonna go to because you like once again. I think, you know, the short week game always favors the home team to me. You don't have to travel, and again, it's a short week. I got Bengals too. You know, Joe Flacco. The Bills may be the worst team in the NFL. They may be the worst team in the NFL. So I got Bengals as well. Joe Mixon, big game tonight because this is your chance to show the whole world who you are. They're playing right. In fact, they already playing. So Joe Mixon, I hope you're getting off here on my fantasy team. Panthers at Falcons. Panthers coming off a win against your Cowboys. They 1-0. The Falcons haven't played in 10 days. They opened the season with a loss to Philadelphia, and the injury bug has already hit them. Safety Keanu O'Neal is out for the season, and now their best linebacker, maybe their best defensive player, Deion Jones, is banged up. Don't know how long he's going to be out. Thoughts on Panthers and Falcons?
Panthers and Falcons, you know, it's kind of odd because even though the Panthers won against the Cowboys, still didn't look great. They also have The Olsen out. The offensive line is up, and so tell you how bad my Cowboys played Sunday. And you gotta look at Cam. Cam wasn't really that great. I'm saying so, and they was 33% third downs. You know, Cowboys just started off slow, got themselves in it, foot a few times, but in Atlanta Falcons, you know, Atlanta came out first game, really was jacked. So I think that the Falcons turned everything around with the Falcons in this game.
Yeah, we agree again. I think the Falcons been off 10 days. I know you got the defensive injuries, but I don't know who's for Carolina gonna step up in the receiver position now. I mean, you know, you drafted DJ Moore, but no Greg Olsen. Who can Cam trust throw the ball to? You look at the passing numbers; he was horrible because I just don't know who he can throw the ball to. Who does he trust to throw the ball to? In the Mercedes-Benz zone now, been off 10 days. That decided advantage. Matt Ryan, would it real Matt Ryan please stand up? Or have you already stood up and exposed yourself for who you are? Fraud. Nah.
I echo Taylor, man. Really told the truth.
Yeah, I think he played well in this game. Julio Jones has a decent game. I think they just got too much. They got a lot of talent, and they need to win a game. They don't need to go 0-2. 0-2 tells you that it's hard. It might not only get to the Super Bowl being 0-2, but making the playoffs as well. Let's move on down this list. Let's go Miami at the Jets. Two surprising 1-0 teams. Miami beat Tennessee. The Jets just went into Detroit and just demolished them. Now, a lot of that had to do with Matthew Stafford. Being as trashy as possible as you can be.
Well, you like Matthew Stafford, Stafford. Once he throw one interception, he's almost like Lay's potato chips. Once you're gonna get more, and that's what happened. When I saw him, for the first one, I saw second one, I saw plenty more. And can you believe Matthew Stafford? I think first game of the season, who picked sixes. I mean, like the last 4 or 5
season opens. Wow,
open pick sixes.
And this is his 10th season, man. And he hasn't won a playoff game. I think they have 2 playoff appearances, maybe 3. I mean, it's just time to start asking these questions about the quarterback who pay all this money. We talk about Matt Ryan. Apparently, if you met your name Matt, you can't play quarterback. Matt Stafford was horrible, and he's been horrible. So it's time to start asking these questions about these guys, man. Who are you people making all this money? We've overpaid all of these quarterbacks to give us nothing, and But let's get back. And
then in the Jets, man, I was really impressed with Sam Donaldson. Not Donaldson.
Sam Donald.
He was pretty impressive, in his first game. He came out, his first pass was a
pick six.
Pick six. And people don't realize this is one of the youngest quarterbacks that ever played in the NFL.
The youngest ever to start.
Yeah. And so he came back and just had
he played well.
Game. And then you look at him, they had said something about him early in preseason. The reason that they caught him affects him. For a touchdown, you don't want to get all pumped up. He's like Robert Parrish on the basketball court because they the same. So I really was impressed with them. I mean, I was impressed with their defense. Once again, they were playing against Detroit. Matt Stafford. What receivers do you have? What running game you have?
You got some receivers. You got no running game, but it shouldn't be that anemic. It just shouldn't be that bad. Dolphins played a Tennessee Titans team. The game was like suspended for like hours for lightning. So they finally got on the field. I thought Ryan Tannehill did some nice things. I don't got to find a running game for the Dolphins, but I'm going with the Jets. I like the momentum the Jets got. Sam Darnold, that defense can play. They got the secondary is really good. Tremaine Johnson, you got Jamal Adams back there. Marcus May didn't even play, but you got Maurice Claiborne. They secondary is really good.
I mentioned that to cousin Tyrone. So man, Claiborne is playing.
Because you could make second because he got no pressure in second. But I thought he played really well. I thought that whole secondary played really well. And Detroit got some receivers. So I'm taking the Jets. Chiefs at Steelers. I thought Pat Mahomes was just brilliant. And Tyreek Hill showed you he may be the most electrifying football player in NFL.
I'm like, man, Kansas City always get those most electrified players.
Yeah, I mean he was great. He was great. Pittsburgh, of course, tied with the Cleveland Browns. I told you this team is the days of our lives. I mean, it's a soap opera. It's something going on every day, and I just don't like them. But you know what? They own the Chiefs. They freaking own them. And you know what? About the Pittsburgh, they play up to the competition. They'll beat the Chiefs. I got the Pittsburgh beating the Chiefs this weekend.
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh also. Bouncing back off of that tie game because I truly believe Pittsburgh treat that as a loss. You're up by 4. You lose that game after Connor had a great game, but still no. I just want all Steelers fans to know that he still no Le'Veon Bell. Pay that man, and so, but I still think the Steelers, and who's the best? What?
TJ,
brother, man.
TJ had 4 sacks last week.
4 sacks, he started off like game busters last year.
Also in favor,
rookie, but I think faded away. But yeah, I'm going with the Steelers in this.
Yeah, I like Steelers again. They just own the Chiefs. I mean, it's like I don't know what's going. The Pittsburgh can't beat the Patriots, but the Chiefs, but they can beat the damn Chiefs. Pittsburgh beat the Chiefs all the time. First year starter Pat Mahomes comes in there. I just think they still get it done. I mean, a lot more. You need to win the game. You're at home. You are one of the best teams in the league. We think.
Especially if they got a tie. If they lose a Sunday and then the team that wins this game tonight, Baltimore, kind of got a leg up.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going Steelers on this. Next game is Philadelphia at Tampa. Philly, of course, come out the win on Thursday night. Nick Foles will start again. No Alshon Jeffrey still. I thought they played decent on that opening night game against the Falcons, but they got the win. The Buccaneers, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Always like that, man. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a great backup quarterback for everybody.
Yes,
you put him in there. You put him going out here, win me 3-4 games. He's gonna come out. He's gonna come out. He played well. He got some big.
Oh man, he got some weapons.
He got some weapons that he's going to, and I think he go out. He has that. Not the greatest. Everybody doubts me. He have that. I don't think he's a 16 game quarterback, but for him, 4 or 5 games. Gonna really do well. Philly defense though is a different story compared to what New Orleans defense put out there, but it's an interesting game.
Yeah, I said this yesterday about Ryan Fitzpatrick. When there's no expectation, he can play really, really well, and that's why I say this week, now it's expectations. He would look like Ryan Fitzpatrick, and the Eagles will win. I think it'll be a close game. Like you say, man, Bucks, man, Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, O.J. Howard, they got some dudes, man, for his skill position player. But I'm going Eagles. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick comes to earth.
Nick Foles, Ryan Fitzpatrick, man. I'm sorry, I'm going with an upset here.
You got the Bucks
players playing at home, so I think Fitz keeps it going. For one more game, Receivers, Tampa Bay this week.
Okay,
not
a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Let's go to your. Let's go to your neck of the woods. Giants at Cowboys. Both teams coming off of losses. Giants lose to the Jags. Eli Manning. I'm telling you, they're gonna regret not taking one of these quarterbacks in this draft. I said it before the draft. I don't know who they think Eli Manning is, but they could not see that he was declining. I don't understand how they couldn't see that. And they always want to make excuses that it was about the offensive line and running game. And that's partly true. But you have to be able to see that there's a decline. And when you have all these quarterbacks in this draft class and you do not take one.
I remember we talked about that last year and his decline. I think I went through the numbers, how he keeps declining. And that is so true. You got the weapons at receiver. You got to sometimes be able to get the ball there. I just love, it was brutal watching the game with the Cowboys. We could say it was Dak. I could also say it was Rust. I could also say it was offensive coordinator. I could also say Jason Garrett would, have 4 games during preseason. Play somebody. Stop being afraid of people getting hurt. Came out there, Zeke looked like he wasn't in shape. I'm sorry, it's a play. He might be in shape, but he's
not in football shape. Neither one.
The timing with your receivers and your quarterback is off. When you cut Thompson and he comes back and start for you at wide receiver, what you don't have any, no reps with anything. But the thing about it is the defense played great. I'm loving my secondary, but they stayed on the field a little bit too long as the game got a little bit, late in the game. You could tell, but that's when our offense started picking it back up. One thing that our defense, once again, same thing with defense. Only miss some easy, usually played all preseason, So, but if you look at the defensive front, I love Ross, I love Lawrence. Hey, Greger was doing a couple things at that concussion, but then nobody paid attention. Taco was, so I'm liking our defense. I'm liking our linebackers, and everything. Our offensive line played horrible. Put us, Aaron Smith once again didn't play, crucial penalties that pushed us back. So, but we're at home. I'm going with the Cowboys. I think we really come out and play much better than.
I kind of agree with you on that. I think they do play better. Typically the Giants do play the Cowboys very well. They can stop the run, snatch Harrison, because I do think if you can control Zeke, you can beat the Cowboys. I just don't see the outside threats nowhere to be found. I think they need to kind of do some stuff with Dak Dak in the running game to kind of get him going a little bit with his confidence. Because if you just asking him to stand back there and throw the ball 30 times a game, that you don't have the guys that can get over and separate and make the kind of play that he needs to be made. But I trust. I guess I trust Dak more than I trust Eli. So I'm going Cowboys at home on a Sunday night. A lot of people will be watching this game.
They're the biggest thing with Dak. I think offense, two playing. For me,
that's what I mean.
Got to do some different things to get those receivers. Cannot beat man coverage, because that's what Dak was all. Got to beat man coverage. If you don't have the receivers to beat man coverage,
I agree with you. I'm going Cowboys. I've been reluctantly going Cowboys because a lot of times Eli actually plays his best, some of their best football against the Cowboys, and be like, where that performance come from? Like, hey, they didn't see that.
Especially in Cowboy Stadium.
But I think both teams 0-1. The home team's more desperate. Got to get the win. Both teams desperate, but the home team should get the win. Even though Jerry Ward hasn't been like the best home field band for the Cowboys, but I think they get the job done this week. Minnesota at Green Bay. Question all week has been, obviously, is Aaron Rodgers going to play? If you know, last year Minnesota, the team that knocked him out, Anthony Barr is the guy who basically ended Aaron Rodgers' season last year. So Aaron Rodgers, who has been diagnosed with a knee sprain, is itching to get out there. Well, I saw the Vikings firsthand last week. The defense has not slipped a bit. But the game is in Lambeau. If Aaron's upright, should be a good game. You think your thoughts on Minnesota and Green Bay?
Yeah, Minnesota and Green Bay. I mean, I think the NFC played, so they lost that game. But I think Minnesota really, even though going into Lambeau, Minnesota defense solid. Let's see now, Kirk Cousins go up again. Bad man, Aaron Rodgers keep doing it. He just keeps. But I just gotta give him props. He's just that good. But gotta keep him. Let's see. They keep him in the pocket. I don't think he's his best when he's knee injury. Play. They get to keep him in the pocket, and he's gonna have to really, really play. They have to get a running game, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to.
If they could just give him that stuff they gave him to him last week, he'd be just fine, because he had that go-go juice last week. I just think it's a huge game for Green Bay, because as far as the division goes, you at home. You need to probably beat this team at home, because you got to travel back to their place. So this is more important for Green Bay to get this win, because they're at home. And to me, this is going to be a nip and tuck division all year long, and teams who take care of their home field are probably going to win the division. So I'm going to take Green Bay. I don't have no really good. If Aaron's healthy, I think he can make enough plays. And I just love Green Bay secondary now. I told you guys when the come back and take the game. So I'll let you get the first take and first inputs on the Jags and Patriots. What are you looking forward to in this matchup?
Well, it's going to be now put up and shut up for Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? So he's been calling for it, so he's getting ready to get it. They're at home, but the bottom line is Jaguars still got the same problem, and that's Bortles. I think the defense is solid, defense is tough, but he's still gonna have to make some plays. New England, who's that wide out? That's a big thing,